Hello everyone, good morning. Let me share my screen. Okay, that's fine now. Yesterday we covered ultrasonic sensor interfacing, and we thought to cover motor drive also, but we missed yesterday for motor drive. So today we'll continue with the motor drive. And in first day, I think I explained about what is motor drive. So once again, I'll go with that, and then I'll perform that simulation in the Proteus. Yeah, so here is interfacing of motor drive, where we have this motor drive is a driver IC, and with that we have connected motor A and motor B here. And so for motor drive IC to work, we have given power supply from the Arduino, like 5 volt and ground. So that supply will go to this IC, and also same power it will go to motor also here. Okay, usually we are not providing load on this 5 volt. There will be one pin to provide extra supply to the motors. So we have to supply through that, not through this, because in Arduino there will be current limiting like 100 or 150 milliamps you can withdraw from this 5 volt. If you withdraw more, means that board regulator will burn. So we have to be careful while using this. And now we'll perform the same activity in the Proteus. Okay. So let's see. Okay, now we can go here and we will search for Arduino, and we will choose Arduino Uno here. Place it here. Okay. Now we need to take motor drive. Yes. So this is motor drive. So I am selecting it here. Okay. So you can see here like two ground is there, and VSS and VS is there, and we have here out 1, out 2, out 3, out 4. And for out 1 and out 2, we will have input this one IN1 and IN2 connected from microcontroller, connected from Arduino digital pin. And here we have IN3 and 4, that will be output for this 3 and 4. So we will make a connection with this, and we will see. Also, if we want to take the LCD, we can take LCD also. So let me take, so that it will show us some of the result. Okay, So now here I have taken LCD and motor drive. So now what can I do? I need to make connection from this. Okay. So to make this, we need power here for 5 volt. Okay. This power will go to VDD. Okay. Now here we need ground. Ground will be connected to the VSS, and also read write will be connected to the ground pin. Okay. And this register select we can connect to pin number 12, and enable we can connect to pin number 11, as that day we have connected. And today D4 we can connect to pin number 10. We can connect this to 9, and D6 we can connect to the 8, and D7 we can connect to 7. Okay. So now here we have made connection, data pin connection to the microcontroller. Now we have to give here, like we will select it as a VCC. Okay. And here we will select it as a ground. And we need one variable resistor to give to VE. Okay. So we will go to parts and we will select POT pot. Okay. So I'll put it here. And to pot, I can connect this pot to 5 volt, and this pot again another pin we will connect to the ground, and output of this port will go to the VE, that is contrast pin. So you can adjust the contrast here. Okay. In this anode and cathode for the background LED already will be connected in this, so we don't need to connect externally. But in physical this LCD we need to connect it anode and cathode also for a LCD LED, so that background light will be there. Okay. Now we will connect this motor drive, so we need to take motor also. Okay, so we can take this motor, simple DC motor. So we can take this motor here, one motor and two motor. Okay. Yeah. So we can connect this motor to this pin, and we can connect this motor to this pin. Okay. So now our both motors are connected, and we need to make connection with this one. So from IN1 I can connect to pin number 6 of the microcontroller, and IN2 we can connect to the like 5 of the microcontroller. Now remaining
मेरे काम से तो मैं काफी लिंक करता है मैं अपना साइड रोड लिख कर
now here we can make connection to this one. Four, and this we can connect to number 3. Yeah, so I have connected it here, and to this both ground you can connect ground. Okay, so here you can give one ground, and you can connect to this one, and this you can connect to both of them. Okay, for 5 volt you can connect this both to 5 volt. Okay. So here we don't need to connect EN1 and EN2, we can leave it open. Okay, so now this connection has finished, and in which case we will make this motor to rotate, that we have to understand. So we will keep around 4 buttons. Okay, and based on that only it will rotate forward or reverse, and the second motor will rotate forward and reverse. So here currently we are not going to place a sensor, so we will just operate it through the small button. Okay, so let me take some button over here. Okay, so here I have taken 4 button, and okay, we don't have here digital pin, so okay, so we can take this and all the 4 button we can take here one ground. Yeah, so all I have connected to the ground. Okay, now what we can do, in this all the pin we need to connect one 10k resistor to make it pull up. Okay, so to do that, what we can do, we can take a resistor. Yeah, so here I have taken 4 resistor for pull up resistor. Okay, so this we can call it as a pull up, and here we need to take the power. Okay, so this will give 5 volt. Yes, all are connected. So here first this resistor we will give to A0, and here this we will connect to A1, and this we will connect to this one, and this we can connect to, yeah. So all the 4 pins we have pulled up. Okay, so using 10k resistor, and now we need to write a program for this. Okay, so everything, I think connection is okay. Now we will start writing for program. So here button is there. Once you press it, this will close. Okay, here also this will close. Okay, so like that we will connect. We will once we close it, this pin will be connected directly to the ground. So here in analog pin, it voltage will become 0, and once that switch is open at that time, through this VCC, that 5 volt will come here. So it will become high. That will be 5 volt. So ideally, by default, it will be 5 volt. That will be in high state. And once we close this switch, it will bring to low. So whenever it is going to low, at that time we will make the operation of the motor. So this we can make for forward, this we can make for reverse, okay, and this may for left and right, like that we can write the program. Okay, otherwise if you want just to have a motor first forward, then we can run this one forward, and with this one we can make backward. Okay, so that we can do for first motor, and again similarly for second motor. So let's try simple forward reverse, then we will see what we can do next. Okay, so to do this, now I am going to write a program. In first switch we have to check. Okay, SW1 I am giving SW1 input. Okay, that is first switch that is connected to we need to give define. Okay, has defined switch 1, and we have given LCD also, so we have to give header file of the LCD. We have written this function. We have called this liquid crystal function here and assigning to LCD. So now we will write this is a register select pin. This will be read write. Then 10, 9, 8, 7. I think this 4 pin only connected in the diagram. So you can see like here 12, 10, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. I think 7 is not there. So 4, 10, 9, 8. Just a second. 12, 11, okay, this 4. 7 is also connected, yes, correct. So now we have here 10, 9, 8, 7. This is data pin. And now we have to write here for switch 1. Switch 1 input will be A0. Okay. And hash defined. If we are using hash defined, we should not give the semicolon. Okay. SW2 underscore IN input equal to A1 and hash defined. Okay. SW3 underscore input will be A2. Okay. And hash defined SW4 what will be, yeah. So we have defined these 4 variable corresponding to the analog pins. Now we have to write here. Okay, we have given LCD, so we need to write LCD dot begin. Okay, 16 cross 2. So we are giving like LCD. We have 16 cross 2 LCD. Okay. Now we have to give the pin declaration. So pin mode. Switch 1 is input. So we will write input. Okay. Now similar thing you can copy here because our only numbering change. Okay. So here you can put 2. Here you can put 3. And here you can put 4. So now this is completed. Okay. And next we have to write about the motor. Okay. As defined you can write motor 1. Okay, underscore FWD means forward. Okay, so motor 1 forward we can consider here just IN1 that is connected to pin number 6. So you can consider yeah. So this one IN1 is connected to pin number 6. So what you can do here. Yeah, so we can write pin number 6 here. And for motor forward has defined motor 1 underscore reverse equal to pin number 5, and then we has defined motor 2 underscore FWD will be your 4, and your defined motor 2 underscore reverse will be your pin number 3. Yeah, so now this pin declaration is done. So all the motor pin will be your output pin. So you can define here motor pin mode. You can take motor 1 forward equal to your output pin. Okay, so your motor 1 is this one is output. Okay, similarly you can just copy paste this. Okay, now you can copy this. So motor 1 reverse. Now I am taking motor 2 forward and motor 2 reverse. Yeah. So now this input and input declaration like is done. Input and output declaration is done now. Now we can straightforward write the condition. Okay. So what we can write the condition. So if SW1 input is high, then we need to make the motor 1 high. Okay. So what we can write if Okay, digital read of digital read. Yeah, so we will be reading the data from the this pin. Okay, SW1. So is SW1 equal to 0. So when we will press that button, once we press this button, that time this voltage at A0 will be low. Okay, so at that time we will run this motor forward. Okay, so here we will write SW1 input equal to 0, and then we can write, in case of conditional block, don't give a semicolon, otherwise this condition will not work. So here inside we can write the body and we can give the semicolon. Okay, so if digital SW1 input will be 0, at that time we can turn the motor 1 high. Okay, digital right, and motor 1 forward. Motor 1 forward, you can make it to high. Okay, and else normally it will be, you can put okay, else you can put low. Okay, so else you can put it like this as a low. So I have given for 1. Okay, so else it will be low. So when your button will be pressed, at that time this motor will run, otherwise it will be low. So here you can write in the LCD also, LCD dot set CURSOR, set cursor, means you can write, you are writing to the top point. Okay, so for motor 1 we will write in the first line. Okay, for motor 2 we will write in the second line. So LCD dot print, we will give here T motor 1 FWD. Okay, motor 1 forward. Okay, so once we press this, it will print motor 1 forward. Okay, yeah, and here normally one, in this case it will be motor 1 OFF. Okay, so it will not run in the forward mode, it will be normally off. Okay, now for reverse case, same thing, same code you can copy here. Okay, and you can write here. So this will be your second code. Okay, so SW1 input, so SW2 input will be 0, then motor 1 will be in reverse, so you can run it to reverse. Okay, and here you can write REV. Yeah, so once we will put the P1, once we will press the second button, in that case your motor will rotate in the first motor will rotate in the reverse direction. So here I have given motor 1 reverse will be high and motor 1 will be in the reverse rotation. Okay, and in this you can give motor 2 forward, motor 2 reverse. Here will be motor 2 reverse will be low, and motor 1 again, if it is not running, then it will be in off condition. Okay, so these two condition I have given. Similarly, for second motor, we can copy the first code from here for second motor forward. Okay, and we can just paste it here. So this is the condition for the second motor. Okay, so we have switch 3. So if switch 3 is closed, in that case second motor will run in the forward direction. Okay, so forward direction, suppose we are taking here as a IN3. Okay, so it will be pin number 4, that is already declared here. Okay, pin number 4. So for motor 2 we have given forward will be high, so here you can give motor 2. And another thing, LCD will be 0, 1, so it will be printing in the second line. So this will be second row, so row 1. So there will be 2 row, that is row 0 and row 1. So first row will be row 0, second row will be row 1. So I have given row 1, and here for second motor it will become low if it is not pressed, and it will say as motor 2 as off. Okay, now for motor 2 we can take this one as a off condition. Okay, so here you have to take motor switch 3 you have taken, switch 4 you can take, switch 4 input equal to 0, then motor 2 will be in reverse way, reverse condition. This will be 1 and this will be motor 2 reverse, and here you can write motor 2 reverse will be low. Okay, and motor 2 will be in the off case. So now there are 4 conditions here. Okay, so I will put here lining. Okay, so I'll put here. This is comment line motor 1. Okay, so PERA motor 1 operation. Okay, and for motor 2 we will separate it from here. So motor 1 will have forward operation and reverse operation. Okay, then here we will have motor 2 operation. Okay, so I have taken here motor 2 operation. So motor 2 will have forward operation and reverse operation. Okay, so if you want to comment out that also, so you can these two you can take as a forward condition, and these two you can take as a reverse condition. Okay, so for forward, yeah, so for both the motor it is done now. We will try to compile it now. Let's see if we are getting any error. We'll correct it. Yeah, good. So we didn't get any error. That means we did the programming correctly. Now we have to get the hex file. Okay. So here we can identify that build number is 7232. Okay. So we have to go to this PC. We go to this user. Under that will be my name. I can go to the app data, local, and under local there will be temp. Okay. So in temp there will be 7232. This is if you can see the date, it is today's date. Okay. So we will open it, and here we have hex file. We will copy the hex file from here, and we will place in the this folder LCD interface. We will keep it here near the program, and we will go to the simulation, and we will try to select that. We will save it, and we will try to execute it, and let's see what happens. Okay, so all these pins are high. Okay. And yeah, so there is we need to verify the program because it is malfunctioning now. So we will check what happens to this. Okay. So first we will go and check this. Okay. So here we have written 0,0. Okay. Motor 1 forward. Fine. And okay, here we have not given the LCD print. Okay, off. So here we need to give the cursor. Okay. And here we have given cursor, but here we have not given the cursor. Okay, so this is one mistake, and here you can take this cursor, and in off mode also you have to give the cursor. Okay, so here we have given the cursor. I think now this is fine, and we need to validate the switch whether we have given correctly SW1 input equal to 0. Fine, in this case if SW1 equal to 0. Okay, yeah, so high and low we have given correctly. I think well good. Let's try once again. Yes. Now we will stop the program. So again, we will select the X file. Okay, and after saving, we will execute once again. So yeah, now it's fine. Now one motor one is off. So let's press the button one, motor one forward. Okay, yeah, we need to give some delay because it is very fast. Okay, yeah. Now, so you can see when I'm pressing this button, this motor one, this is motor one, that is running forward. Okay, and in this case, if it is running backward. Let's see for this condition. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, so here once we are pressing this button, this both is getting high, so that we need to identify that. So pin number 6 and 5 both is getting high when I'm pressing this one. Okay, so we need to identify why this both the pin is getting high. So 6 and 5 we will. Okay. Yeah. So fine, what we will do now. Yeah, so we will first stop this and check in the program. So we need to debug it why it is coming wrongly. So we will check 6 we have given motor 1 forward. Okay, 5 we have given motor 1 reverse. So just a second, we will check whether we have connected. So this we have connected to this one, okay, and this is connected properly. And now here we have, okay, so all looks good here. Now we will again check the program. So 6 5 4 3. Yeah. So here we need to check forward. We have given motor 1 forward, motor 1 reverse, motor 2 forward, and motor 2 reverse. Pin mode we have given correctly. Okay, fine. Motor 1 forward will be high. Okay, yeah, in else we have given motor 1 forward here. Okay, low. This is also okay. Motor 2 SW1 SW2. SW2 input will be 0. Yeah, motor 2 reverse. Okay, I think here will motor 1 reverse. Okay, so this is the problem. I think, yeah, here will be motor 1 reverse. Yes. So now we will get this one once again. Go back to here. Okay. Once again, we will select the text file. Okay. Now we will save it. We will execute the job now. So we'll see. So here, if I press motor 1 is running forward, you can see here. And if I press this one, motor 1 is running reverse. Okay, that is fine. And for motor 2 forward, okay, and motor 2 reverse. Now yes, it is working perfect. Okay, so here we can give some delay so that this on and off you can see clearly. So what I'll do now, I can give delay of 500 millisecond, okay, and after each of this operation. So okay, so I'm giving some delay over here, and we will try once again. Okay, now we'll go and stop here. Let's select this. Yeah, you can see here now motor 1 forward clearly you can see now, and once you leave it, it will be off. Motor 2, yeah, motor 1 reverse, it will show clearly now. If you leave, it will be off. Now for motor 2, yeah, motor 2 forward you can see clearly. Now once you release the button, it will be off. And for motor 2 reverse, yeah, it is working perfect. Now you can ask your doubt related to this. Yeah, is that SPDT switch? Yes. Yeah, this is SPDT switch. Okay. So here, like if you even this motor operation and control you can do through the remotely also. If you connect here RF receiver and your control side, you can connect your transmitter. So from transmitter it will give signal to receiver, and from receiver signal will go to the microcontroller, and microcontroller will drive your motor. So the same function you can use in the line follower robot also. So here in input you can connect your IR sensor, and according to your IR sensor you can give command to the motor to run forward or reverse based on that. So it will change the path if required, and if you want to stop, if line ends, then you can put that command to make it stop. Okay. How we can make motor move left or right, sir? Yeah, motor, no, you can make your robot to make move left or right. Okay, so just consider here your both the motor. If you want to move the things both forward, okay, so what you can do? So if you want to move both the forward, then you have to select here forward. You have to do in programming in such a way that if you press this button, both motor will run forward. If you press this, both motor will run backward. If you press this, then your one motor, right motor will run, and left motor will stop, so that it will go left. And if you press this one, then right motor. So like that we can program. So if you want me to change, I can change the program, and I can make it like robotic control. So let's do it. Okay, I'll create one new this one. Okay. Yeah. So in this, once we press the first button, both forward should run. Okay. So you can write here both the motor forward, motor 1 and motor 2 forward. Okay. And in off case, both motor will be low. Okay. Motor 2 and 1, motor 1 and 2 forward will be low. And you can print here both. Okay. Motor 1 off and motor 2 off, both you can print over here. And motor 1 off, motor 2 off. Okay, here you can give 1. So once you press the first button, in this case both the motor will run forward. Okay, so in case of second button, suppose if I'm pressing second button, so in second button both motors should run to reverse. Okay, so motor 1 reverse, motor 2 reverse will be high, and here you can give like both motor 2 reverse will be low, so both motor will be low. Okay, now here you can give motor 1 and motor 2 both as a off. Okay, motor 1 and motor 2 off. Yes. So here it will go for the reverse way, and now for left right. So just for this one, if shift third is pressed means it will go left. So if you want to rotate the left, then your right motor should run. So okay, so this is motor 2, so your right motor will run. So this will be your left operation. Okay, so let me write here left operation. Okay, this will be your left operation. Okay, and here for left, motor 2 will rotate, okay, forward, and motor again it will be off. For right, okay, right operation, your left motor will be right. Okay, okay, so in this case your this motor will run. So let's try now. Yeah, no, here your motor 1, motor 2 will run forward in case of left, and in case of right operation your motor 1 will run forward. Okay, so I need to change that FWD, and here your motor 1 will run, FWD will be reverse, motor 1 will be off, and here motor 1 will be, yeah, FWD. Okay, and here will be off. So this will give you your motor 1 to run, so it will go in the right direction. Okay, yeah, so motor 1 off, fine, motor 2 off, and motor 2 forward. Yeah, now it will be fine. Let's see. So your this first operation was normal for first motor forward, first motor backward, second motor forward, second motor backward. Now I will change the program as a robotic program. So first button if you press, your both motor will rotate forward direction. So if you fix both the wheel in the motor and consider this forward direction, so both will run in the forward. Which will your motor, your robot will go forward. Okay. And for the backward, if you press the second button, your both the motors would rotate in the backward direction, reverse direction, so it will come backward. If you want to move to left, if you want to move, this is left, our left. Okay, so we are turning toward this side. So if our this motor will run right motor, then it will go to left. Okay, and for right operation, if your left motor will run, then it will go to the rightward direction. Okay, so that we can do here. I think program is compiled, and set 7232. Okay, yeah. So I am taking this hex file. Okay, and in the same thing I'm putting this one. Let me stop it. Let me choose that robot control. Okay, now we will execute the job. Yeah, so now execute it. Okay, so here if you press this first button, your both motor is rotating in the forward direction. You can see clearly here. Okay, now so this is your forward operation. So motor 1 forward, motor 2 also should be right as a forward. Okay, but motor is running currently correctly. We will correct that. And now here for reverse, yeah, so both motor is running in the reverse direction. Yes, it is right, fine now. And now for the left, yes, now for left, that right motor should run forward. Yeah, right motor is running forward for the left operation. Okay, and now for the this operation we will see, yes, for the right operation our left motor is running, so this control is correct. Okay, yeah, so we need to change here in the text, so we will see where we missed. Okay, so in case of switch 1, motor 1 and motor 2 both is running in the forward. Okay, so here we can give motor 1 and motor 2 both as a forward. Okay, motor 1 and motor 2 will be in forward. Okay, this message is correct now. And now for this one, motor 1 off, motor 2 off, it will show. This is correct now. And for this operation, your both will show reverse. So motor 1 reverse it is showing. Now we can give motor 2 reverse. Okay, so here you can give 1 and here you can give motor 2 reverse. Yeah, so this is fine now. And motor 1 and motor 2 will be now off. Here in left operation, motor this will motor 2 will be forward. I think this is fine. And normally here motor 1 will be forward, motor 1 will be okay, off. Yeah, so this is correct now. I think it will work fine. Let's try. Yeah. So if you press here, both should be in forward. Yeah, motor 1 and motor 2 forward. Yes. Rotating correct. Now both should show as a reverse. Yes. So both is showing as a reverse now. This is fine. Now in this case, in left, motor 2 will be only forward. Yeah, motor 2 is coming forward. This is also correct. Now in this case, we have motor 1 as a forward. Okay, so motor 1 as a forward, it is fine. Yeah, but here it is showing incorrect. So motor 1. Okay, so this is motor 2. So in this, we have here motor 1 of, yeah, here we have to keep as a 0, 0. Okay, so because motor 1 is at 0, 0, motor 2 is at 1. So let's see once again. Yes, so once first button I'm pressing, both motor is running forward, that is fine. Now for second one, both motor is rotating in reverse, that is fine. Now for third one, motor 2 will be in the forward, that is fine. And in this case, motor 1 will be forward. Yes, right, it's correct now. Now any more question? Question please. Yeah, how can we know the connection set? Yeah, you have to practice, okay, and you have to remember that because as I have explained, interfacing of the everything, like how to interface the LCD alone. So this I have given in the separate discussion, and how to interface motor drive that I have explained, and here I have done combined. If you want to remove the LCD, you can remove it, but still if this your motor drive will work, okay. And so one by one you have to understand the interfacing, then combinedly you can do the program. So it is like a small part. First you have to complete one level, then second level, like that you have to do. So with the Arduino, you can first learn LCD interfacing, and then with Arduino you can learn for this interfacing. So one by one you have to learn IR, like IR interfacing, and ultrasonic interfacing, and other whatever I have taught before. So one by one I have explained, and here I am using combination of two, like one is LCD and one is motor drive, so that you have to practice, then you can do it. In which direction motor will rotate? When once you press this button, both will rotate in forward direction. If you run this, if you click this one, then it will rotate in the reverse direction. So just try here. So once we press this, the motor will run in the clockwise. Okay, so that you can consider as a forward direction. And once it runs as anti-clockwise, then you can consider it as a reverse direction. Okay. Yes. Any more question on this? So this is also application like using microcontroller in robotics application. Okay, so this covers one application, so you can understand. As our topic is microcontroller introduction and application, so this is one kind of application. Why we are giving high and low? Yeah. So if you want to give output like 5 volt, then you have to write as a high. If you want to make 0 volt, means you have to write low. Okay. So high equal to 5 volt, okay, and low equal to 0 volt, which I see used in the motor side, that is L293D, and it is called motor drive. Yeah, so here you can see it is written L293D, so this is the IC number.
Dear students, do you have any more questions?
Tomorrow probably I will explain about Raspberry Pi also. I will try to touch that. Okay, so people will learn about a little Raspberry Pi also, and will give maybe some details related to the industrial practice, like how we are designing like circuits and how we are doing that, so that we can show. So in current development, I am doing some development related to the hand sanitizer board. Okay, so these are the control boards we have designed, so I can give a brief about how we are designing the board. So to design the board, what steps has to be taken. So you can see this as a one board. Okay, yeah. So how we are designing this board, I will explain maybe tomorrow if we have time. So tomorrow I'll cover mostly Raspberry Pi and this industrial applications, okay, of the controller. So here you can see this is microcontroller which is used in the Arduino, and same microcontroller I'm using for this board. So this is one an industrial application related to hand sanitizer. Okay, so maybe tomorrow I'll try to explain, and people will have to come up with the idea. Mostly tomorrow will be in 15 minutes will be more question and answer related to your if you are getting some a small project idea, like mini project idea, with the help of this what I taught. Okay, so you can discuss tomorrow. You can ask the question, and you have to discuss to make that what has to be done, that I can guide. Okay, so that will help you in your mini project also, because I think nowadays my mini project is mandatory in the colleges. So whatever you learned in these 5 days, that with the help of that you have to select some titles. Okay, you have to get some idea from the internet with this whatever component or sensor or controller I have taught. With that, what you can do. Okay, so those idea you have to present tomorrow. So that will be today's task. Okay, so after this you have to spend some time to find those things. Okay, so I hope people will be finding some of the requirement like related to the project. Okay, so I will discuss that on tomorrow, and I will clear doubts related to that.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So also you can give some of the inputs and insights of the industry requirement in placement point of view also, sir. Tomorrow you can have cover that also, sir.
Yeah, for the placement point of view, also I can explain some point where that is very, very important and necessary, because once industrial people, they will ask question, and they will try to understand like how people are aligned with their thing, because
Okay.
what we are learning in the colleges, that is very basic and that is core, and that is foundation of the subject area, but still like we have to enhance ourselves to get aligned with the industry practices.
Okay.
So that is very important. I'll try to cover that also. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for your informative and very good session, sir, today. Thank you,
Mhm.
sir. We'll meet you tomorrow, sir.
Yeah, thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.